Dragonfly Minstrel migrates skyward in order to capture a wider audience above the amphibious community. They gyrate higher. Rarely do they roam beyond the swamp, but today the bullfrogs have an announcement. The pollywogs are packed with pomp. The alligator's chomp has been notified. Today their jaws agape in chorus, their scales decorated by butterflies. Fire crickets play the violin with their legs to ears devoid of such turbulent spark. On this day the polar bear may hear the whooping of cranes. The beaver hadn't consorted with pelicans previously. Today they have found more similarities than differences, and finally decided to take each other seriously. Temporary hiatus rejuvenates creative juices. Trade my camping gear for art supplies. Removal of outside influence. Therapeutically aromatic metaphysical studio living room, another facet of my unusual habits. Sunny weather on a stormy day. Crowd around a clown climbing down a wobbly ladder, deviating from the normal way. A cross between kids in a candy store and deer-caught headlights of days we won't see many more. Burning oil in a cauldron, dangling from a crescent moon above a flaming falcon. We visit graveyards with reverence in the middle of the night and challenge each other's intelligence without a victor in sight. If I leave here tonight, just know I had a destination. Everything will be alright. Don't drag on the devastation. Don't pass on any speculations about the past for the bus station. Don't harass me in my hibernation and mask all your frustrations. Call and ask if I'm a mental patient. We're both under the moon. I'm watching you from a metal spaceship. Don't wonder or assume if I have sexual relations with extraterrestrial races. I'm too advanced for anyone to rewire my circuitry. My extrasensory perception changed in the Mesozoic ages when my future plans were to retire permanently. I'm leaving on a dire emergency. Plutonium over my morning toast, antifreeze on my grocery list, smoking swag through a deer horn, drinking bush and pickup truck drivers, neon orange and camouflage gang colors, grease caked cracks of hand, junk food pollution, star-spangled banner lovers, spear truckers, anthill targets reserving wildwoods, freeze-frame the sky tonight. Roam the fields in jackets with tied hoods. Pulled over and ticketed for cherry bomb muffler. On the way to buy bullets for Right Sporting Goods. Fielder's Dream Publisher. Clearinghouse, consult with Morning Wood. Old Spice deodorant. Crack dealer's Punisher. Zero traction, obstacle course, flaming paint job, igniting the improbable portion. I met a compatible woman. Whether or not it was an illusion, the firelight perfectly captured and illuminated any shadow of confusion. Brown tresses adorn the dark-skinned maiden we shared. A musical interest, I was readily available and freshly shaven, and so we became beautifully intimate. Why deny attraction? I attract to her like a magnet and enjoy denial of affection. A lady with the epicureal predilection leisurely succeeds in grabbing my attention firmly. Squeeze out my affection. Tentative hurly-burly, cataclysmic collision of chemistry, catalyzed trembling tension explodes as she turns her head and she bats her eyes. True intentions exposed. My dream girl knows which direction her headboard should be facing. She sleeps into the afternoon while the rest of the world is racing, waiting for her to climb out of bed and tell us about her nocturnal adventure. What transpired inside of her head? Describing the external texture. The vernal tincture of her private realm devoted to primal pleasures. Paint a picture designed to whelm, to open her unbridled treasures. Yes, sir. As black luck would have it, I finally fall in love with a happily married Vestal who isn't even attractive. But she's a really good dancer. I tried to touch her, got an allergic reaction. I kissed her and got cancer. I couldn't tell the surgeon what happened. It's true, I swear. It's like, quit your worthless yapping. Go see a new therapist. I insist your nerves are cracking. She's got curves like a camel. I'm nervously laughing. She's a merciless salvo, a perfect assassin. I met her on a starship. It was love at first bite. Through mutual Martians, and we fucked the first night. I'm a terrible griffin with fiery wings and jellyfish stinger taste buds. I eat parents and children, saber-tooth vampire teeth, ready for dinner at the Blood Bank Pub. I'll hand you a fresh bong with a very romantic rattlesnake inside, anticipating your big kiss. Will you be her Valentine? I've only been a cannibal since Saturday night. I'm taking a rather big risk by leaving all these bones behind. Maybe I can constrict them with my tail beyond recognition. You don't even have a soul inside. With babies as victims, tisk tisk, leaving trails sailing along the western Pacific. Spiny chameleon, armored scales, eagle vision, beagle sense of smell, shark fin, sadie talons. Laying zebra delian eggs, tortoise shell, beetle eyelashes evil, sent to hell, 80 gallons of hard liquor. That's a good description. So how fitting.
Oh, baby. You play that harmonica? Play it, baby. Play, girl.
The government suppresses our usage of subconscious. Government has become such an ugly word, hindering the essence of our life force. On a white horse, I search for any life source. Messiahs breathe the voice of God. And greet men in white coats in initiate them with ink blotters instead of acid and give them varsity straitjackets they hamper our minds with artificially flavored medications. They're tapping our spines so as not to induce the truth serum or so we can't reproduce semen for fear of our children inheriting our gifts. Opium is illegal to impair our vision, so we assume these sights are hallucinations. That be the truth. Cornered Alcadelian, sending piranhas through fallopian tubes, carrying clusters of zebradalian eggs. The coroner was oblivious to marijuana and opium influences, vaguely accustomed to chameleon ways, vermilion displays so bright it would impair their sight. These villains want to stay the night, parasites becoming half-witted sidekicks so that they can share the light. But the blasphemous are reminded that they're too scared to fight. There's not a perilous plight that could persuade me from finding paradise. Erebus flight, too shady a type to share advice. My victim's playing pantomime. I hope you had your tetanus shots. Won't you be my Valentine? Hold this on it till the swelling stops. Be my crypt concubine. My coffin's cold and dusty, a couple of nails protruding, and the moss is moldy, musty. Come on, you know you can trust me, 'cause vampires are bad liars. Just 'cause I'm so disgusting, I can't have designer sapphire. I may be dead, immortal, nocturnal, and love drugs with mental disorders, but my heart pumps blood. I starve for one's love. That's why sometimes in the dark I suck blood. That's my sunshine. The creature whom hunts butterflies and lions, both for reasons other than survival. Looks like a cluster of vegetation, moves like a slug, looks like a sloth, but strikes like a cobra and feeds on your scalp trough. Here we have a demonstration in its natural habitat. Notice how the other animals have developed no instinctive fear of the predator, nor do they mistake it for something other than the leopard disappears in its underbrush, followed soon by his curious mother muttering, I wonder what... Then they never meet another sound. The bloodhounds that set out to catch their chameleon hunter run around and stress out on this Indian summer. Those who collapsed in exhaustion will make a fitting supper. Now turn the camera off. Swamp Thing is picking his lover, and you're just his type. We're so blind, one would think our other senses enhanced. I loved you as a goddess, I almost hate you for being human. We're much too alike, opposites attract you. The crush seemed so harmless until the day you moved in. You seemed so perfect. Forgive me for saying this with all due respect. I just expected more of you. Now I feel so worthless with the synergy is painless. I'm calling you collect just to express my fortitude. It stings, but I'm smiling. I'm not crying, I'm laughing. not in denial. Sometimes my eyes get watery when I yawn at night. Believe me, I'm trying. Why is this happening? Damned if I know. Guess it's time to get on with my life. Virago juvenile prima donna. It was sacrilege to give her the name of Jesus' mother. Moribund with the world on his shoulders. That was the reason. That's why the demon becomes her. Orbiting around the windows that are my eyes. She's been up so close but still can't see inside. Enough to unveil my love for her. Mother Nature wept when our magnetic fields faded, severing all ties. She'll never be all mine. Every moment in your absence feels jaded. All I can do is remember the time. Now you're perpetually dying with every enemy of mine. According to relativity, your energy died. The resplendent shine has dwindled. You're just not as bright. Your radiance diminished. I suspect the Grinch. Your smile was like Christmas, glistening morning snow. Vile, delicious. Belly of an electric butterfly whom was swallowed by a carnivorous flower, plucked and tossed into a decapitator salad, whom was casually sucked off the ground on the morrow by the earliest bird, the curious sparrow, whose bubbles were noticed by playful hyena cubs, eaten by jealous jackals, who were later strangled by an angry boa and swallowed whole, proving to be a lumberjack special to the onlooking crocodilian who spared a frog to capture this feast. What a challenging feat it is to slip a snake into one's teeth while it's coiled around your throat and beak, only to be consumed by a crafty chameleon gator, relishing in the easy defeat before being beaten to a pulp by sea Schaefer. Made a fitting meal out of by the Technicolor zebra king, who gulped and said, "See you later." And that's how the seed was planted in my mind that reconstructed my perfect DNA pattern, gave me skills and feathers, gills and lungs, a lizard tongue and curling talons. Darwinism, Kornikova. I'm dreaming of a glass rainbow, an H2O cylinder meeting my lips, the sorcerer wielding the 5-foot tube that emitted intoxicating fumes, seeing how fast my brain glows. With this much liquor, I'm sinking the ship. Forging her feelings, my eyes looked glued. I admit I wanted to take her to my room and slide my stem into the base of her sun goddess and oblige her with a mushroom tattoo. Light the fire on her water, burn her desire. I'm drinking her tears like a romantic vampire, dancing in the eye of her emotional storm, fearless with total analgesia. I would swim into the heart of darkness and shine through every orifice with the vengeance of the phoenix. Variegate fade into daylight, implode, annihilate, technoviral disease. You're like the Kornikova virus from the future, purple rhinoceros stampede. Now we have the corona. When the white rabbit bites his head off, I want you to throw the radio into the tub to try and remove this hedgehog meat. You be told that fellatio is love. Early signs of spring. Jingling, not a god but a creator. Warmth of the sun so comforting. That's as close as they come in these parts. Like a woman's hand caressing my face. The origin of originality. Mother Nature herself. Influenced by what I have not tasted. Mother gently rock me to sleep. The only man who can give birth. She sings in the dancing leaves, inhale death and breathe life. She whistles in the wind when Mother Nature was merely my lover. The birds and the bees before the cataclysm wrapped me in a moss blanket that resulted in our symbiosis with the giant mushroom pillow. For every possum carcass, let the soft grass tickle my toes. I've spawned a beautiful swan. Let me sink into the earth. A sunset for every dawn. Fairies bring me figs and berries. I used to think I was a god. The elves have found this sacred plant, until eventually we all did without a firefly to dehydrate it. Some of us learned we were wrong. Maybe tonight there'll be a light show. We ruined God's reputation. Night sky dilated. Refuse to acknowledge I am the paternal, preternatural father of nature. Not Rixford, I'm John. Early signs of spring. Ding-a-ling, warmth of the sun, so comforting. Like a woman's hand caressing my face. Mother Nature herself. Mother gently rock me to sleep. She sings in the dancing leaves. She whistles in the wind. The birds and the bees wrap me in a moss blanket with a giant mushroom pillow. Let the soft grass tickle my toes.
Look into my eyes. Embrace me. You will die. But I can bring you pleasures mortals cannot know.
The mechanical beast ajars its jaws, welcoming my crazy sister. She flipped out like Dominic Dawes, a broken enemy Fisher. A Rixford is impossible to wrong without a drop of it in me. Listen to the paradox of the song I'll never stop singing. Unorthodox imagery, poison arrow paintbrush, pork chop bigotry, a smackdown bordello and the slave sluts. You're all pawns of my amusement. Like United States military troops. Behold, nuclear dawn. The sight makes me spill my vegetarian soup. Beautiful swan women raped, killed, and buried at once, and burned on the lawn in front of the naked children and married ones. The age of Aquarius is upon you. I'm drawn to the spot for various reasons. The enraged Sagittarius is wrong to keep calling the cops on precarious demons. Not a god but a creator. That's as close as they come in these parts. The origin of originality, influenced by what I have not tasted. The only man who can give birth and hail death and breathe life. When Mother Nature was merely my lover before the cataclysm that resulted in her symbiosis. For every possum carcass I've spawned a beautiful swan, a sunset. For every dawn I used to think I was a god, until eventually we all did. Some of us learned we were wrong, we ruined God's reputation. Refused to acknowledge I am the paternal preternatural father of nature, not Rixford. I'm John.
Where's Emily? Emily, I can't find you! Emily! Emma! Hey!
Persecuted for religious beliefs, I refuse to smoke swag in a bowl. Marijuana gives me relief. My tooth broke, cracked a hole. My nerves broke, lack control. In the confusion, I could lose my soul. Resin through glass animals, throw it in the devil bug. Feel the Hannibal shackle. I wasn't chosen, but I went along like a mimic octopus who confuses its prey into thinking it's the predator. Hypnotize you with a spinning nautilus. It's an unusual day, like I'm back drinking senators. Or reverting to mud veins, disturbing my drunk brain, perverting. Let the blood rain. Murdering on a Sunday, unconcerned with what would my son say. I can't afford to cook his grind, go around the world one way. I can't afford to look back.
Yeah, baby, they're climbing over my shoulder and to the other side.
Not saying I could love you, but I love the way your fangs bring out your bloodshot eyes. Although vampires should never chase dragons lest he drink of his own life essence, a sensitive interior resulting from the exasperation.
You feel like you swallowed a handful of razor blades, unlike a vice lord similar to sword suckers. So how would you like your superhero persona to be the incredible shrinking penis of fighting zero tolerance laws of marijuana as the indelible thinking genius frozen with fascination under the impenetrable wings of the phoenix controlling my imagination, turning celestial dreams realistic, soul preservation, adrenaline features, total devastation, methamphetamine creatures turning gray matter into antimatter, Kornikova crystal cricket virus digging in my brain with a jagged dagger before it's over. Sickles chisel in my sinus. Corona, Mudvein Virus, and a Kornikova. Can you hear my silence?
The color and creed go far beyond.
Where was you? La la la. Baby Emily. Yeah, my baby.
Color and creed go far beyond nationality origin. When the 3 outer walls of Paradise City collapsed, its immortal inhabitants awakened, scattered over the now shattered earth. Still ingenious, Mother Nature works like antibodies, cleansing the human virus as she sees fit. Eventually immune, not vaccinated, for we, like roaches, can't be exterminated, controlled, or balanced until the infestation. And either she or us will cease to exist. The the equilibrium is discombobulated. Positive, negative, good, evil, prime, composite, dark, light. The denizens of Atlantis had focused too much energy on the planet's most vulnerable, weak point. As much the same fate would occur if all the tyranny, misogynity, united to suffer the lords, hoi polloi, insects and flowers develop into fairies, while constellations and worlds return to gods. Every prophet granted only a fragment of the true revelation to be studied and glued on the puzzle. Your clairvoyance was implanted to establish your responsibility and expansion. Why would I continue searching if the impending feeling wasn't so immense that if I tried escaping, I'm sure they would send for me? Maybe the last chemically balanced, enhanced, natural instinct talent left to discover the poor's Panacea weapon to protect the living earth.